Hey, LA. So the ball is in your court. There are many vacant lots throughout the city. However, some of the lots that are vacant, that have been vacant, are vacant because they are city owned, not because they are owned by a private individual or corporation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Marlton Square, which is in between the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall and Crenshaw Plaza. So this lot of land has been vacant for quite some time. We've seen development occur all throughout the city. We've seen South LA, Black LA, the historic South Central LA be neglected, and other portions of the city be developed. Money spent by the city, funding provided by local banks, and denial for funding by local banks in the area of the city that I'm speaking of, as well as the lack of development with funds being provided by the city or other government agencies and not being distributed to this portion of the city. So there is what's called an RFP, a request for proposal, which basically is saying that the city is now opening up bids, which is an opportunity to say, hey, I'm interested in this particular lot of land. I'm interested in building and partnering with you, because the city is not selling it. This is a partnership with them. And if it's not a partnership with them, then at the very least it's going to be a land lease where you are only going to have your building your project for X amount of years. And usually when you're pairing with a large corporation or with the city, it's going to be like a 55, 65, 99-year lease. It's not something that's going to be short-lived. So in speaking about this particular lot of land, which is west of the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall on King Boulevard and east of the Crenshaw Plaza, which is basically at Marlton Avenue and King. If you should know the movie theater that's to the west of the mall. This is that vacant land that is in between these two structures. So, you know that the Kaiser moved in within this past decade, and that was a building opportunity that occurred in the area. I'm not going to sidetrack on that. But building as far as new commercial opportunities, building and ownership as far as entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals that either live in the area, you're in the hills in Baldwin Hills, Angeles Vista View Park, you're west of Crenshaw Boulevard, you're in Lamert Park, you're in the Adams districts, you're in King Estates, all of this area, there's been a condensation of where businesses and entrepreneurs physically were. In past decades, you can drive along Crenshaw Boulevard, and even if there were duplicate businesses such as nail shops and wig shops, they were spread out within miles on Crenshaw Boulevard, compared to within this past, not even decade, but within the past 5 years, everything has been condensed to bringing businesses into one block. And in general, well, not in general, in these specific instances, some of these blocks have duplicates of businesses, which, depending on the foot traffic, it could be good to have 2 coffee shops on the same block. And in most instances, you've provided a business space and told a business that they can thrive, and they're competing with someone which is in a few footsteps of where they are. So what I really want to speak about in this message is the entrepreneurs that are being moved about, that are being relegated to specific areas, and the lack of ownership that we're taking in the community. And so I want to talk to you, the professional, you, the doctor, you, the teacher, you, the barbershop owner, you, the cosmetologist, and let me back up and rephrase, the barbershop owner. Most times, a lot of times, and this is something that we need to change, when you walk into a business, the person who you see is not the owner. The person who you see either is an employee inside of the business, or it may be the business owner of the physical product, not the owner of the building. And a lot of the discussion that I and a few other people were having with the extension of, well, not even the extension, when the Purple Line first came through, before the Expo Line came through, before the Crenshaw Line came through, is the discussion of ownership. And so for you to say, well, I own my house, I'm a professional, I'm a government employee, I own my house. In many ways, that's not enough. So if you're a professional service provider, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you are able to not only purchase your home, but you're able to purchase a practice. You're able to invest in opportunities. The lack of investment and the lack of seeing the wealth and the greatness around us is, in essence, like fueling the vacancies that we see in the area. It's twofold, so I don't want to solely or appear to that I'm putting the blame on us, because I know, that the community with funding has not been provided. We're looked at as a risk. We're assessed additional loan points, which is going to be more costly, all of those things. But in essence, if we don't take ownership of locations, of buildings, and if we continue to keep waiting, the waiting is going to price you out. If we keep waiting for other people to assist, and I mean other as in people outside of you, other as in people outside of your family or your group of friends or your group of colleagues, you're missing out. It forces all of us to miss out on what could be great opportunities and great ideas and service and thriving communities, and we miss out on the individual, creative, innovative nature that we are, and we receive more commercialized, franchised, or businesses that we don't necessarily use or want, but they're there because they put up the money. And so with Marlton Square, the opportunity to partner with the city to develop a project that would be community-based, community benefit, public benefit, there's great opportunity to, one, to make money, which is always the bottom line, but two, provide so much in the sense of, one, a business structure, two, no longer seeing a vacant lot, bringing on employment to build a building, whatever type of service is inside of the building, if it's housing, if it's mixed use, all of these different factors. However, if we don't seize the opportunity, then it's going to be an opportunity lost. So you can always go buy a structure that can be torn down, or you can renovate, remodel, rehab an existing structure to build it out how you would like it to be in order for whatever type of services. Those are all opportunities. The opportunity to build from a vacant lot and to partner and to provide a community benefit. I don't want to say that they're few and far between. However, in this instance, in this location, because you can't change location is what it is, the opportunities are not unlimited. I'm actually in this message compelled to call upon the Los Angeles Urban League. So when you think about Black LA, or what is spoken about as far as like membership, or touted as we're professionals, we're business owners, we have membership, we have galas, we collect money. The opportunity is there for them to partner with the city, to partner with the community in order to realize what it appears to be is their overall mission, which is to continue to move forward, in progress in the Black community, where they got their start, where, well, at least as far as I'm familiar with them having their start. So they're no longer in what was one of the very few brick buildings in the area. They're no longer on Angeles Vista in their beautiful brick building. That's no longer where their location is. Where they were located on south of 48th, they're no longer there. They're closer to what would be the new Lamert Park station. I think that it would be a great opportunity for them, given their membership, their dollars that they're collecting from members, their dollars and their influence as far as who their members are, who they work for, or the businesses that they independently have, and the opportunity for them to move forward with the big project, and fundraise money, I think that this would be an opportunity for them. So what say you?